Okay, hello. We're back. You guys, you don't even want to know what time I went to sleep this morning. I was basically up for 24 hours yesterday because there was just so much craziness. We're here. I'm doing my best. I'm struggling today. Hey, Tanya Beth, I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. I'm doing my best, but my best is not that great today. But we're here. I am honoring my commitment to you all to show up. Hey, Cynthia, I haven't seen you in a while either. Anyways, I am here, but I like to give you a heads up when I know these things. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'm not going to be able to do my live. I have a paid gig. Yay! Hallelujah! That's one of the other reasons why I'm also a mess today. I had another paid gig today. Oh my God, what a great week. I got to manifest even more of that. You know, I wouldn't miss these lives unless it was for a really important reason. So the paid gig was earlier today, and it was actually really wonderful. It was a Pride event that I got paid to be a panelist on. That's why I wore my Pride shirt. So thank you to that corporation. I don't know. I don't want to put them on blast. I'm nervous. First of all, let me switch this to member only mode. I'm here every weekday, and my live streams for these shows are for members only. So if you can support that way, I had 1 or 2 new members yesterday, or 3. Thank you all. Anyways, I don't want to mention the corporation that paid me to speak at their Pride event because I'm a little nervous. Not that you guys would, but you never know who's watching live. There are people that are targeting Pride events, that are targeting corporations that have DEI programs. So this event was part of a DEI program. And I told the CEO of the company was on the Zoom, and I said, you know what? Given everything that is happening in the climate today, I want to just take a moment to celebrate you and acknowledge that what you're doing here is more than just creating a safe space. You're creating an important space. Because the irony of me about to say this on social media, I'm giving you the highlights of my speech. I said to all of these people today, it was a panel. It was me and 2 other people. It was a trans teenager. No, she's 20 or 21, plus a lesbian comedian. And I said, it's important to have events like this because social media is not real. And it's not a real representation of things. In social media, the loudest voices always get the most attention. But the loudest voices don't necessarily speak for the majority. They're sometimes the fringe characters who are the squeaky wheel, right? And also, even your feed. Hey, OG Jessica. Another Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. Even your feed. What shows up on your feeds on social media is what you've trained the algorithm. Thank you, Becky. Oh, you guys. I have 2 Diddy videos coming up shortly. So I know I'm behind on things today. I woke up later than usual because I went to bed at 4 a.m. I went to bed at 4 a.m. I was up for 22 and a half, almost 23 hours yesterday. Anyways, what shows up on your feed is what you've trained the algorithms to say that you want. So a lot of us are living in these echo chambers, and also having conversations about real things in the real world are important. So, anyways, long story short, thank you to that Sabrina. What is going on today? You guys are so kind. Thank you. Welcome, Sabrina. Anyways, thank you to that company, and thank you to the company tomorrow. And I apologize for missing tomorrow's live, but I will be back on Friday. Okay? All right, let's get to it. Jesus, I didn't intend to get derailed like that. I'd like to get railed in another way, but I'm only kidding. I don't even like getting railed. I just thought that would be funny to say. All right. Tying it back to pride and everything, Secretary of Defense Pete, you know what? And also, I said two things that I want to reiterate in the pride speech earlier. It's like, I've seen a lot of people, because of everything happening now, wanting to make themselves smaller because that's safer. I said to this group of professionals, I was like, not me. I want to make myself louder and gayer. And that's okay if you don't want to, because two things have really been resonating with me the last few months. One is 5 years ago, 10 years, 15 years ago, it was easier to perhaps guess what a gay man might think about certain things. Not true anymore. One of the really interesting changes that's happened is queer people are not a monolith. There are a lot of gay folks, trans people even, who voted for Donald Trump. And that's okay. We can't demonize them. I even brought up the incident that I spoke about. I spoke about this on one of my lives, I'm pretty sure, a few months ago. Remember that gay bar in Northern California who kicked out a patron who was wearing a Trump MAGA hat? I said at this group thing today, I disagreed with that. I said either ban all political attire, which I don't agree with that either, or let that gay man who voted for Trump be there. I said we need to be cognizant of different voices and being tolerant of that, accepting that. It's okay. And I also said, keeping in line with me not being afraid of being gayer or louder, I said, I don't think pride is for families. There should be a family pride. There should be daytime programming or whatever it is, but I think that pride is for adults. I remember my first two experiences of pride. It was in San Francisco, and I don't know, I don't think I can say the word, but they call themselves DYKES. They call themselves that on bikes. Rhymes with kites on bikes, but the D word. And they would have their boobs hanging out. I freaking love that. I love those lesbians. And hey, me, gay men, many, maybe even most, are very sexual. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's some attempts at sanitizing pride or sanitizing queerness. We're sexual beings, openly, without shame, with pride. People hook up at pride events. I've seen things like that on the street at pride events and things like that. Pride is not for children and families. Anyways, I keep getting sidetracked, but we're being attacked. Did you see that the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, announced that they are renaming a warship that has Harvey Milk's name on it What's the point of that? Listen, I'm very accepting and tolerant of different opinions, but what's the point? I understand, this or that. I don't understand this. I can understand different things. I don't understand this. What's the point of renaming the Harvey Milk warship? Harvey Milk was a veteran. I think he was also a Navy. Was he in the Navy? Or was he another member of the armed forces? Let's see here. Yeah, he was in the Navy. He served in the Navy for 4 years. He ended up being a lieutenant. Harvey Milk is an iconic figure in the gay rights movement who was sadly taken from us. Anyways, I don't get it. Why rename it? I don't get it. All right. Some breaking news. Let's lighten things up, all right? Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin have called it quits again. It feels final this time, says a source. All right. He's a little too old. She to like be dicking her around that way. And also, hopefully, Dakota Johnson knows her worth. Girl, it's not going to work out. It should be over. It's over. Over. Also, speaking of couples being over, Joshua Jackson and his ex, British actress Jodie Turner-Smith, are fighting because they can't come to terms over schooling issues with their young daughter. Joshua is upset that Jodie broke their custody agreement, saying that their daughter's school can't be more than 45 minutes from his house. And Jodie enrolled their daughter in a new school that is 45 minutes or more away. He wants their daughter staying at the current school that she's at. Blah, 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 blah. Other issues as well. And actually this makes sense. Like, the young girl's been dealing with a lot. The parents broke up. Her house burned down. That's right. Remember Joshua Jackson, Pacey from Dawson's Creek? His house burned down in the Palisades fire. Having stability and structure for the little girl is probably a really good thing. All right. In other unfortunate, I guess that's the only way to describe it, but not, she's happy about it. Kristen Cavallari has opened up about cutting her dad out of her life. She says it's the best decision I ever made. If you're going to say something like that, I freaking want details. Or why even talk about it? I don't know. Like, I would either keep something like that private or shared. Or maybe even though she cut him out of her life, she's still trying to protect him. All right, I don't know. I just could never imagine cutting my mom out of my life, even when she annoys the crap out of me, which is regularly. Daily. Jesus. And good for her. Listen, I like to be fully transparent. I'm a little jealous. Like, Kristen Cavallari got a freaking new reality show. So she's promoting this. She got a new reality show about going on a podcast tour. That's the freaking most boring concept for a reality show. Kristen Cavallari goes on a podcast tour. Who cares? And I like her. But I don't want to watch a freaking show about her going on a podcast tour. All right. In other news, Sabrina Carpenter has announced that tomorrow night she's dropping a new single. Yay, I'm ready. Song of the summer, hopefully. The song is called Man Child. Barry, her ex, is probably quaking in his boots as we speak. It was produced by Jack Antonoff. And that's all we know right now. But I'm excited. I love me some Sabrina Carpenter. I also love me some Elon Musk beefing with Donald Trump. Elon is, I guess you can use this term. You know what's the most overused term of 2026? Crash out. Crashing out. Elon is crashing out over Donald Trump. Did I use it correctly there? I love it. I love it. The gals are fighting. Also, speaking of fighting, Eminem is suing Meta, Mark Zuckerberg's company, for Munchie! Thank you, Munchie! Eminem is suing Zuckerberg for $109 million for allowing his music to be used on Reels. Oops. I think he's going to lose this because I'm pretty sure that Meta has agreements with his label. Also, Mr. Beast says he is cash poor, so he has to borrow money from his mother to pay for his upcoming wedding. Bish, please. Bish, please. You really expect us to believe that? Do you know how much money Mr. Beast makes? Not just on YouTube, but on YouTube alone, he makes tens of millions of dollars. He also had that Beast Games show that got renewed for a second season. What the hell is going on today? Stacy, thank you. Thank you. You guys, I feel like, thank you. What the fudge? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's keep it moving. I don't believe you, Mr. Beast. In other financial news, Erica Jane's ex-husband has to not just financially repay his victims that he defrauded in the law firm that he worked at, but Tom Girardi has to repay the government with his time. Tom Girardi, he's in his late 80s, has just been sentenced to 7 years in prison. And he's got some kind of like cognitive health ailment. What is it? He's got dementia or Alzheimer's or something. I forget the exact thing, but it's probably a death sentence for him. And that's a wrap. My head is about to explode. But before I go, 2 Diddy videos are coming up, y'all. 2 Diddy videos are coming up. So be on the lookout for that. And a reminder, I can't do our live tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody who joined and contributed with a donation today. I send you the biggest hugs. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really is validating to all the hard work I put in every day. Because I know that some of you who have been contributing are doing it not just because I'm live, but as like a acknowledgement of all the videos that I've been posting. So thank you for that. I appreciate you so much. All right, you guys have a wonderful night and a beautiful Thursday. I will see you Friday.